I'll go with a similar one for my first pick. And this is another guy that I was very high on, and that's Cooper DeJean. Now, I think that he is another one who has already sort of kind of broken out. We've seen him over the last couple of games play well, specifically over the last 4 weeks. I think he has graded well with the Eagles now as their main slot defender. He's got an 85.3 coverage grade already this season. He's played in a ton of coverage snaps over the last 4 weeks. But when I say breakout, I mean like breakout into the player that I thought was a top 10 overall pick, or sorry, a top 10 overall talent, I should say, on my big board from what we had last year. So he started getting into that, but the reason why I still felt like I could still name him as a breakout player is I think that we could see even more from him. So we're already starting to see the chatter because he's gotten out there, but I think that the second half of the season, he could continue to play really, really well for an Eagles secondary that is really stepping up with these two young guys there with DeJean and then Quinyon Mitchell as well. We talked about Quinyon Mitchell as a all rookie team through the first half of the season, so it's not like he's eligible because he's already playing well. But DeJean, a little bit of a gray area because of how much he's played already, but I still wanted to give him the shout out here as somebody who I think could play very, very well throughout the second half of the year.
I had him on my sort of expanded list because I wondered if he was too obvious of a pick. I just wasn't quite sure, if he was going to be, somebody that we consider for this, because he has played well really since he's played this year. I mean, he played 8 snaps, I think, in his first 3 games. And then once he got into the lineup in week 6, it really hasn't been a question. Like, he's been a really stable part. The only thing you're wondering is if, like, when teams start testing him more, is the high-end traits there for all types of coverage work from the slot. But when you watch him in the zone stuff, when you watch him attack the flats, when you watch him against the run, he just is a really smart, heady player. And I think everybody sort of questioned a little bit the fluidity coming out. Like, is he fluid enough? Is he agile enough? Can he turn? Can he cover? I think those things in today's NFL, especially for the position he's playing, which is this slot, big slot type of defensive back, I think those things tend to be a little bit overrated now because you have so much zone coverage, and these guys are really playing top down on the ball on the ball, no matter where it is, run or pass, the vast majority of the time. Now, there will be teams that get creative and attack him in different ways as the season goes on. I want to see how he responds to some of those things, especially if he's asked to do more man coverage responsibilities. But I liked him through the draft process. I thought he was clearly a corner, either inside or outside, and I'm glad that he certainly looks like one so far. And the run defense stuff too, Trevor, like that is such a big deal at this position. The run defense, the tackling, the flat destruction, we talk about that almost weekly, it seems like, on this show because of how important this position is in today's NFL. And you think about where the Eagles have been at this spot and where they were last year and how much Mitchell and DeJean have changed where this franchise is going defensively. Were brilliant picks when they happened. They were one of our top drafts, I think, for both of us last year, their class, and their classes just continues to look better and better each week.
Yep. Thanks for watching, everybody. Make sure you like and subscribe the video. And if you don't have a PFF Plus subscription, you can get one to see all the premium stats that we talked about here on the show, plus the expert betting and fantasy advice over at subscribe.pff.com. The description is also right below, so if you are not a PFF Plus subscriber, you can become one today.